Man confesses to beating his wife to death with a baseball bat and then proceeds to kill the rest of the family. Oh, this story just... Well, all of our stories are just awful. And I think I keep saying, this one's the worst one you're going to hear. And then the next story comes up, and it's the worst one you're going to hear. We've got some seriously crazy families. Michael Wayne Jones, you'll never guess what state he's from. Yes, he is a Florida man. He confessed to beating his wife to death with a baseball bat after she allegedly accused him of infidelity. Now, in the weeks following, after he killed her with the baseball bat, he then strangled or drowned their children, ranging from ages 1 to 10. Then the guy stored their bodies in suitcases and totes, kept them in the back of the minivan, and drove around with them. The story is just so fucking twisted. The wife allegedly accused her husband of infidelity, okay? So Jones, the guy who did all the killing, said his wife nudged him with a metal baseball bat before he grabbed the weapon and then beat her to death as the kids slept in the family's Summerfield home. I have family in Summerfield. This is about 60 miles northwest of Orlando and 15 miles south of Ocala. So Jones then took the mom, his wife, put her body into a tote bag. He tried to clean up the blood and place the body in a closet. So then he's cleaning up the house. He uses kitty litter to soak up the blood. Doesn't say what brand of kitty litter. Personally, I'm a big fan of Tidy Cat. Here's the deal. The other kids had spent 2 weeks with their biological father. These are stepkids. 2 of them are stepkids. They're not even his kids. And he decides to start systematically killing off the kids. He killed the stepsons after they returned home, after they had stayed with their own dad. First, he said he entered one of the boys' rooms before school and manually strangled him, pressing a knee to his chest to keep him from breathing. Then he went into the other room to kill the other kids. He then put those kids into a suitcase. The next night, he decided he was going to kill another one of the kids. But because his poor little hands hurt from strangling one of them, the notion popped into his head that he would just use a zip tie to strangle the 4-year-old. Instead, he admitted to placing a rag in the bathtub drain and drowned the kid under running water. So he stored the boys' bodies in the home for a couple of weeks. Now later that month, after the girls returned from their grandmothers, so the kids are like gradually coming back into the home. They haven't heard from mom in a while. Shouldn't have that maybe caused some concern? When the girls returned, he proceeded to drown each one of them in the bathtub and then stored their bodies in a tote bin. So then, while being evicted from his home in Summerfield, he stored all the victims' bodies in a van. So it looks like he's moving out. He's taken all these heavy totes out to his white minivan, when in fact these are bodies. Holy shit! At one point, prosecutors said, he drove to visit his ex-wife and their 3 children, with all of the remains still in the minivan. Well, on September 10th of this year, the wife's mother reported the 5 kids missing, and days later, Jones was involved in a single vehicle crash, and guess what? Officers found the dead wife still in the vehicle. He then led officers to the bodies of the 4 children who were in totes and suitcases. He had taken them out to a nearby woods, but he was just toting around his ex-wife in the back of his white minivan. I got a lot of questions here. Wouldn't there be a smell of decomposing bodies? The defendant's attorney says, well, he's got some mental health issues. You think? Friends and family testified that Michael Jones had previously abused his wife. There's no surprise there. We're going to see if this guy can go to the chair. I think they used the chair. In Florida? Yes, execution. Jurors were tasked with deciding whether Jones will face life in prison or death by execution. So if you're sitting there watching TV and it goes zzz and you're in Florida, that's probably them executing this guy, Michael Jones.